Hello everyone, and welcome to the Douglas Summer Mind Show. I'm Georgia Henderson, your host. Now that the summer months are upon us, we're going to have guests on our show today that's going to tell you about some fun activities coming up in Coffee County, and also that's coming up during the month of September. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more right after this break.
Here in Georgia, summertime means school's out, time for vacations and family fun.
It also means warmer temperatures, and the heat inside a closed car can quickly rise to dangerous, even deadly levels.
That's why we're reminding you to always look again and never leave children alone in a vehicle.
Look Again is an important reminder not only for child care providers, but also for parents, grandparents, friends, anyone caring for a child.
When you arrive at your destination, look through your car to make sure everyone is out safely. Then look again.
If you see a child left alone in a vehicle, call 911 immediately. Every minute counts.
Help us spread this important message by visiting our website or following us on Facebook and Twitter. Everyone can play their part. Right, Callie?
Welcome back, and joining me on the show now is our representative for the 169 District, Dominique LaRicchia. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here. I guess before we get into the real reason of why you're here, that is to talk about the annual 4th of July Freedom Fest event. Just want to thank you for taking time. I know you just went through your first legislative session. How was it?
It was wonderful. Georgia, we really are blessed. I serve the best House district in the state, I believe, and people probably get tired of me saying that, but when you serve a good district and you serve good people, it really is, it makes it much easier and makes it a pleasure, really.
Well, it's good to have great representation, and glad that you enjoyed your experience, and we thank you for the time that you gave of yourself and from your family to also serve these counties in 169.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I think people forget that sometimes, that my wife and my children's representative is me. And I am passionate about what's best for their future, and I hope that that will be good for all families.
Oh, yes.
And everybody in Coffee County, Bacon County, and Jeff Davis County.
Yes. And when you're not doing that, which I know is the counties are always on your mind, here you are a member of the local Exchange Club, right. And we thank you for coming on the show, as I said, to talk about the upcoming 4th of July Freedom Fest. But before we get into all of that, tell us a little bit about the Douglas Exchange Club, who you are, and how people can become members of the Exchange Club.
Well, the Douglas Exchange Club has been here since the mid-60s. We were formed from the Waycross Exchange Club, and we still have some of the charter members that are still with us today. Mr. Paul Hutchison's one of them, but the Exchange Club is really just a service club that takes on local youth projects all around Douglas, Coffee County, Atkinson County, and surrounding areas. We do a lot of Student of the Month, Student of the Year type projects. We do a lot with our Hope Center, the Boys and Girls Club, the FFA, the FCCLA. We contribute a lot of money to these local youth organizations to just help, and the money that we raise is from individuals and businesses all across this area, and we couldn't do it without them. We're just sort of the middle man, so to speak, to take the money that's donated for these worthy causes and put it into the right areas. And the 4th of July celebration was something that the Exchange Club had taken on many years ago, shortly after we became a club and was big enough to handle the 4th of July celebration. There was a time when they would have all-day events from that morning till that night, and the Exchange Club members would actually shoot the fireworks.
Oh, wow.
And so they won't allow that anymore, but But I think it's almost 50 years. I'd have to check, but I know it's more than 40. Almost 50 years of overseeing the Freedom Fest or the 4th of July celebration for Douglas and Coffee County.
And I can't begin to tell you how much we, the community, appreciate you all taking that on and doing it and providing these type of festivities for our community. So we know that the 4th of July is going to be on a Monday. And normally just walk us through the events. Gates open.
Well, they open at 5, but since you mentioned it is going to be on a Monday, I have had several people ask me if it was going to be on Monday, and it is going to be on the 4th of July, which is a Monday. Some communities will move it around a
stay within the weekend.
Yeah. And we have just always tried, unless there was some special circumstances or weather possibly, we try to leave it on the 4th of July because that is the day that we celebrate.
That's right.
Independence Day. And patriotism, God and country is very important to the Exchange Club nationally. And so we give out flags to kids that afternoon before the fireworks, and we try to promote patriotism and Americanism and freedom and liberty and all of those ideals that make America what it is. You know, I think people believe that America is a place, and America is actually an ideal. It's not a land mass or a place. And so we try to promote what America really is and the freedoms that we celebrate, and try to educate the community on that. But we could not do it, and I say this every year that you and I have an opportunity to talk about this, we couldn't do it without the City of Douglas. We couldn't do it without your office and your staff that helps print flyers and promote it through tourism and community outreach. But y'all also contribute financially to the fireworks, and they are getting more and more expensive. The City of Douglas contributes the use of the facilities. They let us use popcorn machines and tents and all of that. So thank you for helping us, and we thank the mayor and the city council and everyone that allows us the opportunity to do this. But the businesses and individuals also contribute almost $9,000 towards this Freedom Fest event. This morning, knowing that I was going to come and visit with you, I thought about this is, if you add everything together, the in-kind services, the volunteer time, and the money, it's probably a $20,000 event.
Wow.
Totally free to the community. It's not free, but it is free to the community.
And we have people from surrounding counties who also come
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think as long as this club can hold out, and the businesses and individuals and the city are willing to invest the money and the time and the resources, we're going to keep it going.
Well, what could someone do, an individual or business, civic group who would like to contribute? How would they go about that?
Well, you know, we take donations directly to the Exchange Club, and they would just, if they wanted to write a check to the Douglas Exchange Club, they can email Will Thompson. It's at willthompson@cottinghamporter.com, or they could call him, and just a business or individual can make a donation. It can be $5, $25, or $100. And put on the memo line 4th of July, and we appropriate every dollar of that money raised for Freedom Fest to the 4th of July. And but another way to contribute is consider getting involved with the Exchange Club. We are actively looking for members, and there was a day when it was kind of a men's service club, just because of the pure nature of what we did. But now we have a number of women that are on the club and are doing an unbelievable job helping with all of the things that we do in our community. But this 4th of July weekend, they're going to be helping, I'm sure, and we will take anybody that's willing to.
So if community volunteers wanted to
we'd love to have some help. Join the Exchange Club, and we meet on Thursdays at the Douglas Golf and Country Club for lunch, and then occasionally we'll have board meetings and things like that. But we'd love to have more help with the 4th of July celebration for sure.
So whenever the gates open at 5 p.m., are you going to have like any type of music performers?
Yeah, we'll have live entertainment. We usually have maybe a kind of a secular band, whether it's country or pop or whatever, and somebody will come out and do a few songs, and then we'll have gospel, contemporary Christian or gospel music, and then just have regular songs play in between those, and then we have vendors, and occasionally some of them will bring bouncy houses and things.
Right.
And I'm not sure about the details of all of that this year, and I'm just kind of getting back to Douglas and getting my, digging into this a little bit. But we always have some neat vendors, food vendors, some events for the kids. And then the music for sure. Snow cones is one that's real popular out there.
Oh yes, on a hot day.
Oh yeah,
snow cones are popular.
And then families are just grilling all over the property. We've estimated, and Patty's helped us with this, there's easily in the municipal park area and out towards the perimeter and the bypass, there's easily 5,000 to 10,000 people.
I would agree to that.
That's directly touched, that participates in this Freedom Fest event, and it's unbelievable right at dark to go up on the top of those stadium bleachers and look out over that complex at the thousands of cars that are parked out there to enjoy that 30 minutes of fireworks.
And we thank you, and like you said, not too long after dark, I know you have a congregation of people, or sea of vehicles rather, out waiting for the fireworks. And again, like I said, we just thank you all for what you do and for bringing this and keeping this in our community.
Thank you. We appreciate all that you do to help us. We couldn't do it. We're just a club that's trying to serve in our place in this community, but couldn't do it without the City of Douglas and Coffee County.
You're welcome, and I'll be sure to pass it on to our Mayor and Commission. And matter of fact, at tonight's City Commission meeting.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for being here. And again, thank you for the time that you're giving serving our community.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back with more Douglas on My Mind right after this break.
Here in Georgia, summertime means school's out, time for vacations and family fun.
It also means warmer temperatures, and the heat inside a closed car can quickly rise to dangerous, even deadly levels.
That's why we're reminding you to always look again and never leave children alone in a vehicle.
Look Again is an important reminder not only for child care providers, but also for parents, grandparents, friends, anyone caring for a child.
When you arrive at your destination, look through your car to make sure everyone is out safely. Then look again.
If you see a child left alone in a vehicle, call 911 immediately. Every minute counts.
Help us spread this important message by visiting our website or following us on Facebook and Twitter. Everyone can play their part. Right, Callie?
We're back from break, and joining me on the show now is William Minkema, who is the owner and CEO of Outfront Management. William, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Georgia.
And for those who don't know, like, what is Outfront Management? Tell us about Outfront Management and what you do.
Outfront Management, currently I manage Wiregrass Arena and have just taken on the Martin Center.
Okay.
So.
All right, and that's why I wanted you to come here today to talk about it. For those who do not know, William recently signed a contract with the City of Douglas to take on the management, as you said, of the Martin Center, which was very much needed. And we like your proposal and selected it because you had a 3.0